Hi there. This is Ella from Ella's Ancient Ways Tarot, and I am coming to you live from my bedroom. It is a Friday night, and I just got a beautiful, brand new baby that I would like to play for you, and then I will explain what we're doing here tonight, okay? Let's see if I can get this to sing for you. It's still vibrating. It's still resonating. So, why are we here tonight? We're here tonight, and I hope that there are people that are joining me. And if not, I will replay this again. If you do chat with me, if you do ask me a question, or if you do interact with me, I will go ahead and message you back. The reason that I'm doing this video live today is because I've been wanting to do a series for indigos. I want to go from indigos all the way down to the stars and the crystals. And also, I'm calling people that are tail end baby boomers from 1964 on up, which are the indigos. They're the first metaphysical people that were incarnated human wise, came as beings of light, beings of assistance for humankind. And I think that right now more than ever we're needed, and I'm praying that you're able to watch me watch this series. And again, if within 10 minutes, if I don't see that anybody joins in or anybody's watching me, then I'll go ahead and post it as a regular video. But I really wanted to see if maybe there was somebody out there that can see me, somebody out there that is watching that will understand what I'm trying to do. And I apologize. When I'm in my bedroom and I'm sitting on the floor, it's very difficult for me to be moving around because I have a lumbar injury. However, the series that I've been wanting to put up, first I had decided to go with the babies, what I call babies, which are from the age of maybe 3 to the age of maybe 7, and then from 12 to maybe to the age of, 17, and then from 18 to maybe 25, and then from 20, or from 18 to 40, and then, above. And then for the indigos, which are the ones that we came first, we were the way through. We were the people that came here, the beings that came here to help to keep the light, to help to sustain energies, to help and aid people when they needed assistance. Then maybe they felt like they were not able or not strong enough to hold their own life force. And we have had to be here learning everything from scratch. And I mean from scratch. When I first learned that I was someone intuitive, someone that was clairvoyant, someone that was a medium, someone that was an empath, it really scared me, it frightened me, because I literally didn't know what to do with my gift. I was born a Spanish American Gypsy Rom from my father's side. And so, unfortunately, I was not raised by him, so I was not able to be taught by him as to what or how to use my gifts. So, because of that, I had to learn everything the hard way. I had to learn everything on my own. And that was so much harder than having someone to be a mentor or a teacher, right? That can lead you through and tell you what to do or why it is that you're the way that you are, or what what to do with your gift, right? How to use it, how to help people, how to use it to help others. The other thing is that you get sick. You get very, very, very sick, and you can feel overwhelmed, especially if you're an empath. Being an empath doesn't mean I empathize with you, meaning that I've either gone through similar expressions in life or events in life where I feel like I can empathize with you. That's not what an empath is. An empath is someone that literally, if you feel pain, they feel the pain. If you, like, for example, that I said that I injured my lumbar spine in the military, if you were by me and you were an empath, you'd be able to pick that up. If you had a broken heart and I was by you, I would be able to pick up the sorrow and the sadness that you're feeling. If you are an empath, an indigo, a clairvoyant that was born from the 1960s on up, older, then you are an indigo, and this is your incarnation. This is what you were meant to come in and do to help others. We were the first ones were born in the 40s, the late 40s, and that's when there was a crash. It is believed that that's when the crash of Roswell had occurred and was found. Others came in through, later in the 60s and, the late 50s and 60s, and were known as the Indigos. So, what are we supposed to be doing right now? What we're supposed to be doing is taking care of the ley lines. We're supposed to be sentinels. We're just because the new folks came in, new kids on the block came in, and they came activated, doesn't mean we no longer have a job, doesn't mean we no longer have a place, doesn't mean that we no longer matter, doesn't mean that we no longer need to do our jobs. It's been very hard. It's been damn hard. And sometimes I've wanted to go home. And sometimes I've wanted to go home before my time. And then all of a sudden, I had this, like, I don't know, it's not an epiphany, but I had this feeling that, okay, I'm here, I'm staying, and I might as well get used to it. And let's just go ahead and see how to get through this, right? We were not born into the age of computers. So for some of us, having to use technology is not the easiest thing. We can, text or maybe email, but other than that, using technology is not our forte because we were not born into the age of technology like the millennials, and even, people that are in their 40s, that are in their, mid 40s or whatever, that they are people that manipulate these technologies very easily. I have two cats, so if they jump in front of the camera, I apologize thoroughly. I had wanted to do this as a series because I feel not that I'm the boss of everyone that's an indigo, but I feel like I don't see any indigos that are out there trying to push everyone forward. So I'm not here to insult anybody. If somebody that's not an indigo, that's maybe a star or a crystal is watching, please don't take this as a personal affront. I'm not trying to be hypercritical or trying to criticize anyone or belittle or make small of who you are in your incarnation. but I'm speaking to the Indigos right now. And so it might be your mother, it might be your father, it might be your uncle, it might be your aunt, it may be your grandparent. That's the Indigo. If you are cross-watching, then I want to tell you, you need to learn how to play nice. You need to learn how to respect your elders, meaning your Indigos that came before you. Because it is because we came before you that you're able to incarnate already activated. Now, with that said, back to my Indigos. The millennials, the 40s on down, millennials, and then our crystals and star children and everything, right? They may have come activated, meaning they already came with their gifts and their powers already activated as healers or as readers or psychics or intuitives, as they call them now. But because they came activated with their gifts fully intact, they did not have to learn how or why they did this or why they feel that, or, or why they think that way or why they feel this way. They're already in tune with themselves, that part of themselves. Our job is still as important. And the reason is because we have the wisdom. We've been doing it longer. So we are still the stronger of all of them, regardless of whether we're baby boomers, or older. Okay, tell in baby boomers or older. It doesn't matter how old you are. The point is that your energies, your gifts are stronger in that they're more grounded, they're more stable, they're more tried and true, and you have the wisdom. See, that's the issue, is that our younger special people came with all of these gifts, but it's like, this is the way I want to say it. It's like I'm 8 years old and I graduated from high school. Came with all that intelligence, but there's no wisdom yet. And the reason is because there cannot be no wisdom if there's no life experience. If you barely came onto this planet, you may come with a lot of understanding and knowledge as far as how to use your gifts, why you are gifted, where you came from, who you were in a past life, etc. But that doesn't mean you have the wisdom, the experience. And so I have had, for example, 3 people in the last 4 weeks tell me they're Gaia. That's nonsense. I've had one person tell me that they've been told that they're Eve, and that's nonsense. And I've also been told that that person that told her that she's Eve told her that she's Lilith. So I told her, go back to your friend and ask her to, I don't know, do some conjuring, do something to show us that she's Lilith, because Lilith is very strong. So is Eve. Eve had a lot more wisdom than they gave her credit for. So to make a long story short, I would like anybody that's an indigo out there to start following me, because I'm trying to do these series where we can all come together as indigos and kind of brainstorm and maybe add to the stories, and also to see if we can somehow put our heads together as to how we can mentor, even if it's without interfering directly. And then the other thing is that we as indigos also have to use our energies. We could choose not to use our energies that we came here with, and we can choose not to share our gifts with the world, the planet. But that's pretty selfish. And after all, we've been here all this time. Why not go all the way? And you can do it from your home. You don't have to go anywhere. You can do it from your home. You can send out energy, vibrational, positive vibrational energy through your own neighborhood. You don't want to leave your home. If you have friends on YouTube, or you have friends on Facebook, or you have friends online, or you have family and you want to spread it that way, vibration spread this way. That's why I played the bow when we began, because the sounds are vibrational. They're reverberating. So as you send your positive energy out, see what my hands are doing? See that light? Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm sending out the energy. That's what you do. That's how you do it. You can also create energy grids. We can do that together. If, I get enough people to want to do this. You can choose to mentor someone indirectly by not, telling them that you're directing their energy. You may know that they're gifted. They may be a grandchild. They may be a friend. They might be your student. They might be someone that you just know and you care about. And you know they're gifted, but you know that they don't have the wisdoms yet because of lack of life experience, which is not their fault. They just came in, they just incarnated, or maybe they've only been here 20 years. Then you can direct them in a loving, beautiful, blue light way. Why blue? Because blue is inspiration. Blue is giving spiritual energy. It's not harming anyone. You're just directing them in a beautiful, loving manner. Trying to impose, not impose, trying to transpose, trying to transmute your wisdom to the person that is without wisdom, but has lovely gifts like we do. Why I'm not talking to my millennials right now and below is because I know that at times they've made us feel like, move out of the way, you're no longer needed, you're no longer wanted, you're no longer supposed to be here. And that's not true. If it were not for people, let me rephrase that. If it were not for beings like ourselves that didn't have to choose to incarnate into this lifetime, but chose to take this assignment, as hard as it's been for us, who wouldn't have loved to have been born into the age of technology? Who wouldn't have loved to have been born into, you have everything at your fingertips, a computer at your fingertips? I didn't get this till like what, maybe 20 years ago, 15, 18 years ago. They are born, and at 2 years old, they've already bought them their own iPhone, their own pad, their own computer, walk around the store watching their movies and Little Einstein and whatever, playing their video games, still moving around. See what I mean about not having the wisdom because of lack of experience? Our 40-year-olds and under have allowed their children to become obese. Why? Because all they're doing is sitting down, pushing buttons. So, wow, I got strong thumbs, and I probably got some carpal tunnel also. But I don't go play outside. I don't climb on trees. I don't even probably know what flowers mean. I'm being sarcastic, I know that. Facetiousness is not my strong suit. I get it. But what I'm trying to say is less and less people are in tune with nature, and more are introverted, exclusive, hidden. So how can you grow? How can you spread your gifts in a wise way when everything that you see is ooh, ah? I had people that I work with at a metaphysical place give in to the craziness of the lady that came in saying that she didn't know what was happening to her, that she was experiencing this and that. And it's just, instead of saying we have 7 people that are in here, any one of them is happy to help you, to guide you on your journey that you are now experiencing, that you are now on, the path that you have now been placed on or have now found. Would you like to sit down where someone can counsel you, where someone can speak to you for an hour and a half? They went back and forth, listening to her crazy thoughts, ideas, and rantings. She didn't understand what was happening to her. She thought she was Gaia. She thought she was Mother Goddess. So I guess she's the one that caused all those volcanoes recently, along with the other 3 that thought they were Gaia too. My point is, it's the blind leading the blind. Okay, they're gifted. That's great, they're gifted. They don't have the wisdom to guide another yet. Now, if somebody's a cross watcher and watching this and listening, let me retract that. There are some that are very young as the millennials, that are wise and came here fully intact because they've lived thousands of lifetimes and they're intact. Those are the exception to the rule. I'm talking about the gifted ones that are so amazed because someone thinks they're Gaia. And instead of leading them to someone who can help guide them, calm them down, I literally had to sit on the floor with this lady. She said, do you mind sitting on the floor and doing the reading? If somebody's having an episode like that, are you going to argue or are you going to try to calm them? So I sat on the floor with the lady and I tried to lead her. And she calmed down. Now, did she come back and work with me? No, she decided to work with another person that was very misguided, that is not an indigo. He's actually a life sucker or a psychic vampire, as we like to call them, because they like to suck the energy out of you. And so she came into the store last night and scared me because, 1, it was 9 o'clock at night and we were already closing up. And 2, she was not invited into the room I worked in. 3, she did not pay to go in. 4, she forced herself in and started pronouncing that she finally knew who she was. She's everything and she's nothing. She's Gaia. And I was supposed to be impressed with her. Instead, I felt very sorry for her. I did. I felt very sorry for her because that's a very misleading thought pattern. Very misleading thought. You're not Gaia. You're a fragment. You're a fraction. You're a piece. We're all a piece of Gaia, but we're all a piece of the universe. We're all a piece of the multiverse. We're all energy. I'm connected to you via this computer. You're connected to me. You're connected to the crazy cat behind me, thinking it's a scratch post, but it's really his tower, his cat tower condo that he's messing up. The point is, that's a 3-month-old cat. He's a kitten. He thinks it's a scratch pad. Once he matures, he'll stop using it as a scratch pad and enjoy the fact that it's a tower and he can perch. That's my point, is that if you, the singing bowl, we can, I hate to say this because I normally call them my tools. They're not gadgets. To me, they're tools. But if I just got this, I'm curious. How does it work? How does it work? What does it do? Right? What does it do? What does it do? What can it do? Right? So that's the same thing about people and their gifts. Even if you're an indigo and you feel like you might be gifted but you're not sure, then okay, let's do these series and let's see where they go and let's see if I can answer your questions. You know, the only way I'm going to know if you're even interested is by you, writing to me and, letting me know that you're interested. So, for example, so my thing is, I want to know, are you out there? Are you listening? Do you get me? Do you understand me? Do you understand what you're supposed to be doing? Do you understand the substance of your incarnation at this time? Do you understand that? Or are you still in the mode of, I don't know why I'm here and I don't know what I'm doing and I need help? Because that's okay if you feel that way. I felt that way all the way until the age of 38, because I felt so good being out of body that when I had to be in my body and well seated in my shell in this avatar, it just made me feel like I wanted out. So I was what was called a natural meditator. And so at that point, any chance that I got to escape and go somewhere, back up to the heavens, talking to the arcs, face to face, meeting with Christ, etc., I was so happy. The moment I had to be reconnected into this avatar, I had so much depression. Are you still going through depression? Have you gotten past that part? Have you grown? Are you helping someone, or do you need help? These are the types of questions that I'm asking, because this right now that we're going through is the worst times of our lives in general, as planets, as a human race. So if you need help, if you feel like you need help, then what you need to do is you need to please watch these videos so that I know you're out there, you're listening, this is resonating, and you need the help, or you want to help, or you want to be a part of. That's what I'm here for. So I'm trying out this live stream, and I think one person may be watching, not sure, because I can see it says one, and then I have a thumbs up. I'm not exactly sure because I've never done a live stream before, but I'm trying to, pass on wisdoms, pass on knowledge, pass on ahas. I used to go into the store where I now work. 17 years ago, I used to go in and say, one day I want to work there. And I have. Now I can say I've worked there because now I work there. But also that type of place and environment, when I was first trying to figure myself out, I knew there was something different about me, but I couldn't put my finger on it. Because I didn't know what metaphysical was. I didn't know the term metaphysical. I didn't know the term indigo. I didn't know the term empath. I didn't know what clairvoyant was. I didn't know what gifted meant. Because remember, gifted and talented came in the 80s. And what did that mean? That meant that maybe a child in elementary and middle school could accelerate to other classes that were harder. But that had nothing to do with being metaphysical. So these terms were very new to me and they were very foreign to me. I knew from the age of 5 I was different. I knew that I felt things, that I saw things that scared the heebie-jeebies out of me, but I didn't know why. So that's why I'm doing this, to give people the opportunity to share, to give people the opportunity to speak with someone that has had the same types of experiences at the same age group. So you can know you're not alone out there. So you can know that you do have a mentor in me if you so choose to have a mentor in me, and you can follow this series. Again, I'm going to cut it short because I don't know if anybody's following. I don't know if anybody can see this. I've never done a live stream on Studio before, and I don't see anybody interacting with me. I see one thumbs up and I see one person there. So I'm not exactly sure what that means. At least when I do the videos, I can see whether people like it or don't like it. So I'm going to cut it short, but this was a mini introduction as to why I feel I'm here on this earth, is as a facilitator, a way through, someone who is here to maybe be like a column of strength. Because a lot of people even older than me, or even at my age, maybe they know they're gifted in some form or fashion, but don't know what to do with it. It's like getting a coupon and not knowing how to use it at the checkout counter because you picked up the wrong product, or getting a scratch off and you don't know how to read it to see if you actually won anything. It's the same thing. And the other thing is, I'm here for the people out there, you guys out there that don't know if this is a curse or a gift, because it has been a very hard and challenging time to be an indigo. So I'm here. Hopefully you'll take advantage of what I've gone through, and you'll learn from me, and you'll follow, the things that I have to talk about, okay? So I'm going to, again, cut this short. I'm going to go ahead and end this stream, and I've said hello, and no one has said hello back. So I'm going to assume there's no one out there. But I hope that if there is somebody out there, or if this plays on YouTube, that someone watch this and maybe spread the word. I'm here, okay? Love you, and I'm here to help. This is Ella from Ella's Ancient Ways Tarot, and this is something that you can follow me as an indigo, as a crystal, as a starseed. You don't have to just be an indigo to follow me. But this message in particular is for the indigos. Much love and much light to you, and I hope to talk to you again soon.